Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Caprill. There's a story that's told about a man who was married 4 times. And between the first marriage and the fourth marriage, had accumulated a great deal of wealth. And when he died, his most recent wife, the fourth wife, expected to inherit a great deal of money. Unfortunately, he never really updated his estate plan over the years, and his first wife was getting all the money. And it wasn't because his will said the first wife should get anything. It's because the beneficiary designations on his life insurance and his IRA and a few of his other accounts listed the first wife. He never bothered to update it between wives 2, 3, and 4. And there was absolutely nothing that the fourth wife could do about it. Now, that's actually a true story. It happens all the time. People don't take the time to review their beneficiaries. So as time changes, as people die, as their relationships change, they don't take the time to update the beneficiaries. They think if their will says their intentions, they're good, but they're not. Your will has absolutely no bearing on the beneficiaries of your IRA. None. What you put in that box determines who gets the money. So if that's not current, sorry, you die, whoever you listed back then is going to get the money. Now, sometimes we want, let's say we have 3 kids, and maybe we want them all to get a third, but maybe one of them isn't as responsible with money as the other 2. Well, what we should do is make sure that our beneficiaries read in such a way that the child who needs a little bit of guidance doesn't get his money directly. Well, if you just list that child's name, they're going to get it. All right. So it's very, very important that we understand this, because I have seen it happen time and time again, especially as someone's getting older in life. They want to make these last minute changes to their estate plan, and it's too late. They die, and what happens is that the changes that they made, maybe in their will, their trust, had no bearing on their other accounts. Your trust and the language you put in trust only affects assets titled to your trust. An IRA is not titled to your trust. It's titled to you specifically. Now, there are other accounts you may have that have something called transfer at death, or TOD, transfer on death. Those are not IRA accounts. They could be bank accounts. They could be investment accounts that you pay tax on every year. If you have a TOD on those, that's going to determine who gets what. So again, you could change your will, you could change your trust, but if the TOD states that somebody else gets the money, doesn't matter what your trust says, doesn't matter what your IRA says. Here's the point. Make sure you are current. Make sure that the way in which you've worded these things is exactly the way you want them to be. Because once you die, it's too late. As much as we'd like to pull you out and change the rules, we can't. So be current. If you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out. Take care.